Hello, fashion conscious people. It is the stylish professor here. I always want to say nutty professor. I guess I'm a little nutty and a little stylish too, but thanks for tuning in to see my craziness. Alright, so I've got some really cool things to show you today. I got some shoes lined up on my dresser. You can't see them, but I can, and I can't wait. There's one pair in particular that I am excited to show you. But first, I want to talk about this dress. Alright, so this is a Calvin Klein. It is a dolman sleeve. Some people call this a bat wing or a bird's wing, whatever you like to call it. Really doesn't matter because it's kind of cool. It gives you this great detail that if we didn't have it, it would certainly be a plainer dress. And to be honest with you, when I get tired of it, I might go to the tailor and make her do something like this. I think that's fantastic too. But you can take one look at this dress and tell that it's a Calvin Klein, if it looked like this, correct? So if you're like me and you get a lot of Calvin Kleins, one look at this dress and you know exactly who made it. So if you get something with a great detail like a dolman sleeve, people are going to say, what designer is that? Well, maybe they won't, but they might say, where did you get that dress? And in this case, I got it from either Marshall's or TJ Maxx. I may have gotten it from Belk, but I'm pretty sure I got this from a discount store. So a dress like this could easily run you $100, $125, maybe even $150 at the department store. But if you go to a discount store, you are certainly going to get it for $50 or less. If you're lucky, you might get it for $29.99. I've gotten a lot of Calvin Kleins that way. So again, I just want to show you, this is a dress that because of the sleeve, you want to walk around doing the Angelina thing, you know, with your arms out, so everybody can see how great it looks. Now, you might fear what is under this dolman sleeve, but as I turn, you can see it's just more of the beige fabric, okay? So no worries that this is going to show your undergarments or anything, because it's not, okay? So on this side, we've got some really nice stitched ruching. This is actually my favorite part of the dress, not the dolman sleeve, but the ruching. Because as I turn, you see it gives me sort of great volume. It draws the attention to the, the clavicles and the chest area, which I think is such a great part. And no, I'm not talking about cleavage here. This is a dress that is actually very conservative, but it does draw the eyes to the chest, the neck, and the face, which I think is a great thing, really. All right, now I'm going to walk over to the closet so you can see this dress in action, okay? So as you can see, hopefully you can hear me, this goes to the knee, just a little bit above the knee. And for me, again, I'm 5'4"-ish, but I usually wear a heel. If I am dressed up for work, I always wear a heel, somewhere between 3.5 and 4.5 inches probably. So that's not going to really affect the length of the dress, but depending on how tall you are, of course this dress may fall into a different place. But for me, because I have a little extra meat on my bones, as they say, and my legs are a little thick, a dress that falls right above the knee is a good cut for me. Something that were a little shorter kind of makes my knees look a little chubby. And if it hits mid-calf or ankle, not a good look for me, because it really cuts me off, cuts me down, and makes my legs look like trunks. So we're not going to talk about that anymore. Let's go back to the dress itself. Now, you really have to have good posture with this dress, because you notice the fabric just really moves around. So if I were to do like this and start to bend over, it starts to fold, and that's not really a good look. I would say, honestly, this is more of a dress for standing, not really for sitting. And since I do teach and I am constantly standing, I rarely sit when I'm in the classroom. I just stay focused. Of course, I'm walking around, I'm moving, and I remember good posture. I always have good posture in the classroom. So ladies, you need to remember that no matter where you are. So posture makes you look taller, makes you look fitter too, okay? Now, on to the good stuff. Let's talk shoes. Now, because this dress is a little on the plain side, it's beige, it's black, yeah, it's got some nice ruching and a dolman sleeve, but it's still plain. So that's when you pull in a shoe that has a little more detail. Now, this is the shoe that I wore to work today. This is a Colin Stuart. I got it from Victoria's Secret. So, ladies, I had to stop getting that catalog because I was spending all my money. But anyway, I got this like 3 years ago. I take good care of my shoes. If it's a shoe like this that has a fantastic detail, as I put it closer, you can see it's a threading. It's a black patent with a gold-ish thread. And this is a fantastic shoe. I'm not kidding when I tell you this. I got off the elevator, went to work, I got on the elevator, I put on these shoes, I got off the elevator, I stood in the hall to wait for my classroom, and the first woman to walk by said, "I love those shoes." So that's why I'm doing these videos, because this is the kind of stuff that I hear every day, and I think every woman, man, girl, boy, anybody should feel good every day. They should feel good going to work and doing their job, or going out, going wherever. I mean, I don't necessarily get dressed up to go shopping at Target, but I love when I go somewhere and somebody compliments me. Who doesn't like a compliment? So anyway, the point is, a shoe with detail is going to really spruce up a dress like this that's a little on the plain side. Now again, what I love about this dress is that it's memorable. It's not like anything else I own. But because of that, I can't wear it every week. I can't wear it once a week because someone will say, "She wore that last week," and I don't like that. But these shoes, I only pull out maybe once a month, and that's pushing it, which is why they have lasted as long as they have. I can't promise you can still find these Colin Stuarts at Victoria's Secret, but look, because I would consider these pretty standard, they might actually still be for sale. So they are about a 4-inch heel, I think, with a hidden platform. Again, ladies, please don't be afraid of this height. Because of the heel and the hidden platform, it's actually more comfortable than you think. If you didn't have the platform, that's when the arch would be too high and it would be uncomfortable. So don't be scared of platforms. We're not talking like Paul Stanley Kiss style here. It's a different kind of platform. This is a comfortable platform. And notice too the snub nose. It's not quite the pointy toe that I showed you last night. This is a snub nose. Almost looks like a rattlesnake. Great look for the office. Another one I'm going to show you, sort of similar, but more of a nighttime look, which you know I love to talk about, is this shiny BCBG. This is a faux snake skin. We've got this whole snake thing going on today. So it is quite shiny, really eye-catching. Again, I'm going to say a 4 to a 4.5 inch heel, but again, it has this lovely platform here. All right, it has a nice gold inside, but nobody can really see that when you're wearing them. So again, very much like the Colin Stuart, this is BCBG, a super brand. You can get these at places like Macy's and Belk. I believe I got these at a DSW. I don't know if you have a DSW, but it's a shoe warehouse. What is not to love about a shoe warehouse? Seriously. If zombies come, I don't know. It's either Pier 1 or DSW, but I'm gonna go in there and spend my last days looking at beautiful things. So, great for nighttime. One more thing, and this is what I'm so excited to show you. All right, last year, I think it was my birthday, but I can't remember, I asked my wonderful fiance, Steven, for this, Michael Kors. It is actually Michael by Michael Kors. So this is actually the cheaper, well, that's a bad word, less inexpensive. No, that's wrong. This is the inexpensive version of what Michael Kors sells. So if you have walked through the mall and you saw the Michael Kors store, yeah, it's beautiful, it's flashy, it's bright. It is also probably out of most of our price ranges or budgets, right? Super expensive. But if you go to Belk or another department store that carries Michael Kors, they will have the more inexpensive version. This is not a knockoff. This is a real Michael Kors. It is just his more affordable line. All right, this again has the platform. This is what we call more of an almond toe. This isn't rounded, it's not pointy, and it's not a snub nose. This is more of an almond shape. It does have the platform, which you can see, so not so hidden on this shoe, but this is a good 5-inch heel.
it's pretty comfortable, I think, but I'm used to wearing heels of this height. If you are not a high heel shoe wearer, you might not want to start with something, you know, this tall. Even in my 20s, I wore 2-inch heels. I don't know what happened. I hit my 30s and all of a sudden I started doing things like this, and I tell you, I don't want to ever go back. So it's something to consider. Now this particular shoe, it's just a black matte leather. I don't know if it's real leather or not, honestly, and we probably don't have time to figure that out. But it is a black matte, and it has this neat lock detail on the back. This is really what got my attention and made me want these shoes. MK from Michael Kors, and it's got this neat little, I don't know what you would call that, but this is a lock. Now what's cool is it doesn't move. When I first got the shoe or even looked at it, I was afraid that this was going to be loose and it was going to move around and make noise and catch on things, and it might even come off, you know, from the constant movement. But no, this thing is locked on. It's not going anywhere. Michael Kors also makes this in a camel or Kalahari color. Fantastic. I love the brown. I didn't get it, and I kind of wish I had, but I guess I'll have to wait for my birthday, huh? Alright, this shoe does cost just a little bit more than some of the other shoes I've shown you. This is probably a good $150, $160 shoe. If you don't want to spend that much, again, ask for this on the next special occasion, and hopefully someone will be kind and get them for you. If not, just save up. I really think it's worth it. Alright, so that's enough for today. Thanks so much for tuning in, and I hope to have something neat to show you next time. Thanks so much, guys.